A real review of Clarksons Farm. So the people have spoken, and this place got the most votes on where I should go next on the Pounds to Pleasure website, so here I am. Before this won the vote, I'd never actually watched the series, so for research purposes for the last week or so, I've just been binge watching it, and looking back at them early episodes. For anyone that came here enjoying their massive queues when it first opened, the people of Chipping Norton must have fucking hated you, because here I am years later, legally parked up, minding my own business and enjoying a beer, and I can still feel their hatred. So just to piss the locals off even more, I decided to book an unofficial guided bus tour around Diddley Squat Farm. So this cost 66 quid and was for a 4-hour tour that set off from a village about 20 minutes away. So as we set off to our first destination, which was a Diddley Squat Farm shop, it was time to sit back and relax and listen to some stories from the driver about them filming round here. So as you pull into the farm shop, it does look a bit smaller in real life. Apparently they've just finished filming series 5 now, so you'd think the hype would have died down a little bit by now. But no, I'm not queuing up for over an hour to go in what would probably be my first rural rip-off gift shop. But anyway, just skip that bit and go straight round the back. So instead of having to queue up for an hour to buy a novelty jar of mustard, you can probably spend your money better around here by getting some food or trying some of Caleb's cider, which did slip down beautifully in this weather, but soon would be back on the bus and heading towards the next destination, the Farmer's Dog. The good thing about being on this bus is along the way you do get to see a bit of the area and taken past some interesting landmarks from the series, like the famous Hawkstone that the beer's named after, the village hall from the local residents meeting, and also the original restaurant from series 2. But you do also get taken past some other pointless Cotswold shit like David Cameron's house. But anyway, as we arrived at the pub, with the amount of cars in the car park I was expecting the worst, and on the way the driver had told us that in the busy periods this place can get up to 6,000 visitors a day. But to my surprise, as I walked in it was pretty relaxed. This place is absolutely massive though, so it is nice and spread out. So first I decided to have a little browse in the farm shop. As you can imagine, yeah, there is loads of overpriced clobber, but that's what keeping it British and supporting locals all about now. So you're not going to find any of that cheap plastic Temu shite in here. But anyway, after a browse and buying nothing, it was time for a drink, and again to my surprise there was no queue, and I also easily managed to find a seat on the terrace where I could sit back and enjoy my £7 pint with my 360 camera like the weird freak filming himself in the corner that I am, and look out and enjoy the nice relaxed Cotswold vibes. It's just a shame they got rid of some of the original features for the locals, like the picnic area and public toilets. But anyway, back on the bus, and the final stop was the Hawkstone Brewery. You don't get a brewery tour included in this, but you can just get a bit of food, have a little look around the shop and get another drink. By this point I was pissing like a racehorse, so I decided to soak up some of that booze with some organic Cotswold chocolate milk. It was £5.30, but you do get to keep the bottle, so you get a bit of chocolate milk and a novelty gift ticked off. But with this being the last stop, how does this one rate on the pounds to pleasure scale? So visiting the farm can be as expensive as you like if you do it yourself, but for this guided bus trip I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 for both pounds and pleasure. It was a good length and the driver knew his stuff, just the locals probably hated us a bit more, that's all. See you next time.